Why the heck should you do yoga? Well, that's what I'm going to answer in today's video of Ask Yuri.
Ask Yuri. You've got a health and fitness question? I've got an answer.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yuri here. I've got a question from Nicholas today who wants to know, what is the main purpose of doing yoga? And that's a great question. That's a question that I asked myself for probably quite a bit of time until I actually decided to start doing yoga in my mid-20s, and it changed my life. Like, it was we started doing hot yoga, which is essentially doing yoga in a sauna where you're sweating buckets, and it was life-changing for me. It was so powerful. Other than the fact that the whole experience took about 3 hours, driving there, doing the class, relaxing, showering, driving back. Nonetheless, it was tremendous. So I want to talk about a couple of the benefits and a couple of the reasons why I firmly believe that every single person on this planet should be doing yoga. Okay, I've said it. Okay, that's how powerful I think this is. With that said, there are different types of yoga, and I'm not talking about doing stupid things like doing a headstand or doing some kind of back bend where you're like crushing your neck. None of those kind of ridiculous exercises, but exercises like flows and different things that are going to open up and limber your body are tremendously effective. Why do I recommend that? Well, here's the reality. Our body was meant to move, and it was meant to stay somewhat limber. The problem is that the modern lifestyle has meant that we're sitting so much, we're static, we're just kind of, crunched up and boxed in. So we need to open things up and get back to movement. The reason yoga is suitable for, I think, everybody is because not all forms of exercise, like deadlifting and squats and high intensity workouts, is suitable for everyone, but everybody can benefit from flexibility training with yoga. Now, the beautiful thing about yoga is that, again, there are different types. I'm a big fan of flow yoga, which is not so static. It kind of takes you through sequences where you're not really holding a stretch for too long. It's just kind of taking you through fluid ranges of motion. It's almost like a fluid dynamic warm-up, which is great in terms of taking your body through ranges of motion. So that's tremendously beneficial. And again, I don't think there's anybody that I've ever met or on this planet that could not benefit from doing yoga. Now, the other benefit to doing yoga is up here. Okay, yoga is a way of connecting breath and kind of connecting mind and body through breathing, more or less, if you want to think about it like that. So if you're really frazzled and stressed out and you have a lot of stuff you're always thinking about, doing a 60-minute or a 45 or a 90-minute session of yoga can be a great way to just release from all the stuff that's going on, detach from all that, and just focus on the moment. Just be in the present and focus on nothing. Just focus on your breath, breathing in and out, and doing your best you can with the various poses. You leave that session and you just feel tremendous. You feel like a new person. You feel like you've just been rejuvenated after 10 hours of amazing sleep. So it's a very rejuvenating process, not only for your body, but also for your mind. And again, this is something that I started doing in my mid-20s, and I've continued to do it ever since. I don't do it as much anymore at a formal studio, just because where we live right now is not really close to any studio. But I do have a program called Yoga for Athletes, which I developed several years ago for the University of Toronto, because we were suffering with with the men's soccer program, we were suffering with a lot of injuries, and guys were just really stiff, and that's a disaster waiting to happen. So I took what I was learning from hot yoga and abbreviated it, making my own kind of blend of a 20 to 25-minute yoga session, and we started doing it at the University of Toronto. And within 3 months, which was the length of our season, we saw an 82% reduction in injury rates. Okay, that's pretty profound. And amazingly, again, these are guys in their early 20s, late teens, soccer players. We're like, oh, yoga, that's for girls. I'm not going to do this stuff. After the first session, I had guys coming up to me saying, oh my God, Yuri, my legs feel so much lighter. They feel so much more refreshed. My mind feels so much more focused. So this is stuff that you can apply if you're an athlete, a stay-at-home mom, a student. Just think about this. Let's say you have to study for a test. Well, what's one of the big roadblocks to studying? A lack of focus and concentration. So why not do a little bit of a 10 or 15-minute yoga routine, incorporating some good breathing in there? Automatically, you're going to be so much more zoned in, so that when you go to your desk and study, you're going to get so much more out of that study session. So there are so many benefits. And again, I keep saying this, everybody should be doing yoga. Obviously a yoga that is safe. Again, not doing these ridiculous types of poses. But at the very minimum, if you want something to help you out at home, you can check out my Yoga for Athletes program. The link for that is below this video. It's a tremendous program. You have me on your headphones guiding you through the whole sequence with some really relaxing music. And it's again, this is actually, I do that specific yoga myself. So it's weird having me on my headphones listening to myself. Nonetheless, it's very helpful. Okay, so if you start your day with that, you're just really gonna feel good for quite a bit of time afterwards. So anyways, I can talk about yoga all day. I think it's amazing. I think you should definitely do it. Tremendous amounts of benefits in terms of flexibility, unilateral strength, so stability, strength on one leg, stuff like that, and obviously this improved focus and mental clarity, which can come of that. So, and de-stressing and all that good stuff, okay? So there we go. If you want to check out Yoga for Athletes, you can go below this video. And in the meantime, if you've got a question, join me over at Facebook, like my page, join our community, ask your question on my Facebook wall, and I'll do my very best to answer it for you in an upcoming video. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm Yuri Elkaim, and I look forward to seeing you soon.